Hey guys, Stellar here. Alright, I'm back with another Stellar Speaks video, and yes, I'm going to be talking about Linda. I'm sorry you guys, I promise I'll be done with all this pretty soon because, you know what, it's the same show that we have already watched and I'll get bored and move along, but right now there's just a few things that I wanted to say, so that's what I'm doing in this video. Alright, but one thing I wanted to say before I get into this any further, I am not jumping on any type of bandwagon. I'm not trying to be any part of any anti-Linda campaign or anything like that. Look, I have never liked this woman from day one. I saw that she was a meddling busybody who loved drama, and I just never had anything to do with her. Now, I wasn't rude. If we were in the same chat room and she said hi to me, of course I would say hello. You know, I'm not a complete bitch. But she just has never been my cup of tea because I saw what type of person she was. But I've always been able to be adult enough to respect anyone who was friends with her or who had a relationship with her. So I never was like, oh, you guys are friends with her, you shouldn't like her. She's crazy. She's a busybody. She likes drama. Never did any of that. Never was disrespectful to her in that way because I'm an adult. So I didn't care for her, that's fine. I just didn't communicate with her, never tried to. I've never left messages on her videos or any comments, sorry, anything like that. Because that's what you do when you're adult. If you don't like somebody, you just don't mess with them. And that's how I am. That's how I will continue to be. But apparently she thinks that people are talking about her now because everybody's trying to jump on this bandwagon. That's not the case. Just never liked her. Now, that's not me being rude. That is me being, or a bully. That's me being honest. We don't all have to get along. We aren't all going to get along. But we can all be adults and be respectful of one another. And that's what I have done. Now that all this drama is popping off, yeah, I've been watching her a whole hell of a lot more than I ever have before. She just never interested me. But now with the drama, of course, I tune in to hear what's going to be said and done and all that stuff. So I'm watching her more, and I commentate, and I give my opinions. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I make my videos. And with my other videos, the parody videos, I try to bring some type of laughter, some type of humor to all the ridiculousness that I see. And hopefully have people laughing, especially those who are so stressed out about the crap that's being said and done. So that's why I do those videos. Wanted to get that out of the way as well. All right, so yesterday, Linda was doing a bath time video. Good Lord, I do not understand that. There's no reason why anyone should be filming themselves while they are taking a bath. No, you couldn't see her, but you could hear her. And I don't know, it's just desperate. I'm sorry, but is anyone else seeing that Linda is trying to morph into the next Truthfully Trisha? Trisha used to do bath time vlogs way back when. That's, in fact, when I started watching her. And this was, gosh, well over 2 years ago. You know, so it's like, really, Linda, you're telling people that they don't have content, yet you are using Trisha's content. You are word for word repeating things that Trisha has said. You must have Trisha's script somewhere where you're reading off of, because everything you are saying and doing is the same crap that has come out of the other one's mouth. So anyway, you're sitting there bagging on people because they don't have content. You're using Trisha's content, word for word. Okay, so back to the bath time vlog. So she's in there flopping around in her bath, screaming out for her little yellow rubber ducky, and she gives me a shout out. She says,
oh, well, I gotta make this video because Stella likes to make videos about me. Oh, and Stella says that I've been nothing but drama since I came in this community, but I think Stella is wrong. She must not have been watching me.
yes, I have been watching you since you came into this community. And yes, you were drama when you came in this community. It was back in our fun-filled chat days when we were chatting on Char's channel. We had great chats back then, and sadly, many of us aren't friends anymore, don't talk anymore. All that dissipated with all stupid drama. But we had great chats back then. And one day, we were all in there having a good old chat, good old laugh. And your daughter, Rebecca, came into the chat and was telling everybody about her being scammed out of makeup or a deal gone bad, whatever the deal was. She came into the chat room and brought that into the chat room. Brought her drama into a chat room. Nobody was talking about makeup or anything like that, but she brought that drama into the chat room. And people were saying, look, that sucks. We hate that that happened, but we don't know what you're talking about. We don't want to know what you're talking about. That's not our drama. Please take it somewhere else. That's all that was said. I was there. I was one of those people too, saying like, hey, that sucks, but so she got ass chapped, went on her channel, made a video, and was whining and crying about how everybody was so mean to her and kicking her out of the chat and telling her that nobody did that. All people were saying at that time was, look, we don't want a part of that drama. We are sorry that that happened to you, but we don't want it. Well, then, Linda, that's when you came in and you were telling everybody how rude they were and how mean they were to have treated your daughter who has a mental problem, how they were making fun of her and blah, 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 blah. And that wasn't the case. People very politely said, look, we don't want your drama. Don't bring your drama here. And she got pissed off about it. So then you, being a mother, you have the right to defend your daughter. I'm not knocking you for that because I would do the same thing. But you need to know the facts before you just go on the rampage. So you didn't have your facts straight because nobody was making fun of Rebecca and nobody was talking bad about Rebecca until Rebecca didn't stop and she kept bringing that same crap into the chat over and over. And then there was one woman who really let her have it. Really let her have it and said, look, shut the up and tore a new one. And then that's when the real ass chapping came and you guys didn't let it go. And it was brought up over and over, and you guys would still come into the chat and try to make a big deal out of nothing. Something that should have just been let go. It should have been like, okay, this is not the chat. I'm not going to talk about it. I'll talk about it on my own channel. Obviously, these people don't care about it, don't want to be involved with it, and let it go. But that wasn't the case. But what it turned out to be was this person that scammed you, whatever they did to you, was in that chat as well. Would come in and chit-chat in that chat. And you guys were pissed off because whoever was hosting the chat didn't kick that person out of the chat room. Didn't block them from coming into the chat. That's what you guys were pissed off about. You guys were pissed off because you thought, oh, well, you guys are siding with her. You guys are part of this. And none of us had anything to do with that. None of it. So don't tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm saying that you started in this community with drama, because that is the truth. Ask anyone who was around back then. I bet you can have 30 people saying, yep, that's exactly how it went down, because there was a lot of people in there who saw that same crap happen. So don't tell me that I wasn't watching you and I don't know what I'm talking about, because I know my facts and I don't say things unless I know they are truthful and I can back them up. Now, sadly, there's no videos or no screenshots from back then, but I kid you not, I bet you at least 30 people will say, yep, that's exactly how it went down, Stella. Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is going to go down the same way it went with that other person. It's going to be nonstop. Either we stop talking about this woman completely and let her fizzle out, or we continue to engage her, and it's nonstop. It's obvious that Linda is loving this 15 minutes of fame. She is relishing in the attention that she is getting, and it's going to be nonstop. We are in a drama community, and drama brings people's views. People love to watch the drama. So we either stop and be quiet about it, or we keep on going and going and going. Like I said, I'll be done with this soon enough. I do have a few other things that I'm working on, but then I'll be done. Because I think it's really a waste of time and it's tiresome. It wears you out. You know, now we've got Linda sitting back and telling everybody, oh, you're just jealous of me. You know, that's why you don't like me, because you're jealous. You're all just jealous of me. You all want me. You all want my sexy body. What in the world does this woman have that any of us are jealous of? You know, she's got an empty bed. She rarely leaves her home, and when she does, it's very briefly. Obviously, she doesn't have friends outside of YouTube. And honestly, does she really have friends here on YouTube? Because in my opinion, the people who are claiming to be her friends are trolling her, using her for their own amusement. So, I mean, what do we do here? Do we keep on going down this road? Because we all know how that plays out. Anyway, and as far as your church goes, Linda, because I'm going to speak to Linda here, I don't care what you do in your church. Do your church. I think that's great. If you want to share the gospel, share the word, that's fine. Do it. Has nothing to do with why I've never cared for you. You and I do not see eye to eye when it comes to religion and teachings. I think your teachings are ass backwards, but that's my opinion. But I will say this, Linda. I will say this one thing to you. I really wish, Linda, that you had someone in your life who loves you enough to be honest with you and say, look, Linda, Mom, because I think this would be helpful if it came from one of your daughters. I think you said you had 3 daughters. But I wish, Linda, that somebody loved you enough to say, look, Mom, friend, cousin, sister, whatever, you are making a complete fool of yourself. And people are playing you for a fool. I love you. I want to see you respected. I want you to carry yourself with dignity. Please stop making yourself look so foolish on YouTube. We love you. We care about you. And we want to see you be respected. We want to see you be respectful of yourself. Hold yourself with grace and dignity, because you are important to us, Mom, sister, friend, whoever. That's what I wish for you, Linda. Because I will tell you this, if this was my mother behaving like this, I would be mortified. I would be concerned. Is there something else going on? Are these early signs of some type of mental condition that comes with age? And this is coming from a very honest place here. I think somebody needs to step in and love you enough to say, look, let's sit down and let's reevaluate some things here. Let's go to the doctor. Let's just make sure everything is okay with you. Because for someone to sit here day in and day out, hour after hour, and allow themselves to look foolish, to act foolish, is not right, especially with someone who is your age. By the age of 60, you know, you're supposed to be mature and know how to carry yourself. And one thing I have noticed from, you know, when you first started way back when, things have changed in you. You've gotten a little bit more bitter. Your speech has changed a little bit. Now, I'm a people watcher, so I watch people and I take in their mannerisms. And I'm just being honest here. I really do think that you need to go see somebody just to make sure everything's okay. Because your behavior right now is not normal. And if I was your daughter, I would be concerned. But anyway, that's just my little tidbit there. Take it or leave it, whatever. Well, that's all I got for you guys right now. You guys have an awesome day.